guys, this is episode 2 of Ego Power Station Generator. And as you may see, as you click on this video, that is called Good News and Bad News. Now, what we got is our Ego generator with these three are at least 2 amp batteries, if not the 2.5 amp. And then we got my 7.5 amp that I usually mow with. Sometimes I mow with the other ones. But actually I just got done mowing with this, so it's a little bit down on power. As you can see, it's charging. So like the video says, it's named Good News and Bad News. Well, let's start with one piece of good news. I now have a nice little handle on top here that I can carry, so I can carry it with one hand. Now, I can either just carry it by itself with one hand, or I can be oddled and carry it with one hand and carry a backpack with all the batteries in it. So that's a nice little option instead of having to have two hands on here, because it'd be pretty awkward with just one hand having it hang and swing. So in the comments, at least one of you guys said you can't use this, you can't charge the batteries and discharge, as in use the inverter part of it at the same time. And yes, that is true. I tried this before and I'll show you in a little bit. People in other videos I've heard, my dad's got the same one, so he did other research as well. And people say you can't do that, and they are correct. So in case this actually does work, which would be surprising, I got headphones, but we got our portable cable table saw. It's a decently nice table saw. It will run it on when the batteries aren't charged. I know that. So this is less than 3,000 watt peak draw, and obviously 2,000 watt or less continuous draw. And I will demonstrate that this will run, which is nice, because your table saw is about one of the most powerful tools you'll be using, probably. If portable cable isn't your choice, Ryobi offers a 13 amp table saw that should be able to be run by this as well. It's about $120, which is a nice deal. And I'm a big fan of Ryobi myself, so if I was gonna buy one, I'd probably get that. But this is a nice table saw too, and it's a little bit of an entry level. But anyway, let's test it and make sure it doesn't work. As you can see, you can't really even turn this on when it's charging, even though it's charging, it's completed charging. So you can't turn this on, can't turn the outlets on, otherwise this would light up. And I will unplug it again here. So now it's not charging at all. And of course you can turn it on and have all the functionality you want. See, it lights up versus that one. Push this one, it will light up as well. So yeah, you can't use it as it's charging. Alright, so can't discharge and charge at the same time. We've established that. Now I will unplug and try it when it's not charging. So we got 4 batteries on here so far. Come on. We got 2,000 watts available. I'll turn these outlets on and I'll run it for a couple seconds. So that's as you can hear, the internal fan to cool the inverter and whatever else in there is running. That happens when when you have a huge draw. I would imagine this is more than my little heater that I use in the car when I'm waiting to pick up my sister from work. This is nice for that. With the app, you can tell how much it's drawing. It was drawing about 720 watts, that little space heater, but it'd run that for maybe an hour or so with about these well, at least this I had, and I think these other ones as well. So that's good news, and then bad news, and then good news that'll run this table saw. So as you can hear, the fan is going down. Another piece of good news, I bought a, whoa, careful now. This is CH2 or 2100, which with Ego it seems like you just get rid of 1 0 at the end, and so thus this is a 210 watt charger. This little charger is a 1700, so you get rid of 1 0. The solar charger I mentioned in the other video is 180 watts, I think. I mentioned that. It is the CH1800, so you just get rid of 1 0. Batteries, I believe, are the same as well. So this is one of the 2.5 amp ones I had in the other video. Well, this one's 140 watts. This is also, the model number is BA 1400-FC. So yeah, got this. This was money. I don't know. I can't remember how much it was. It was a good deal though. It charges it a little slower. It still has a fan in it though. So bad news is you can't charge it and discharge it. And according to what I've heard so far about the solar charger, which costs $150, and my dad ordered it on Amazon and waited a month or two and still hasn't gotten it, and they say the delivery date's been moved out even further, which is so stupid, so you just cancel it. $150 for 10 watts more, but it's more efficient, but it also costs $150. It's hard to justify that. It would take many, many years of solar charging to actually pay off, and if it's no better than this for using it, charging the batteries and running the inverter, who would buy that? But, okay, before I get to that, a little bit more good news. That's a 2.5. We'll leave this up. Well, then I have at least one of the other batteries. That's a 2.5. Oh, I suppose. I suppose these are slightly discharged since I just ran it. All right, so this is a 2 amp battery, 112 watt hours, BA 1125. I bought a lot of 5 batteries of these 2 amp batteries on eBay for $89. I think I paid some shipping. Maybe I got shipping free, but about $100 at the most if I did pay shipping. 2 were just junk. My dad and I couldn't get them to work. The other 3, one worked really well, held a charge. I mowed for quite a bit on that. One didn't work so well. It was, half charge or so, and then one really didn't work, hold the charge well. So I got maybe 1 3/4 worth of a battery. So for the price of a new battery or so. Actually, I paid about the same price for the 3 2.5 batteries that I was talking about in the last video, about $100. But I got 2 bad batteries for parts, and 3 batteries that work. One's pretty good, one's not so good, one's really bad, not so good at all. So, you know, I got 3 batteries that worked out of that deal. He's bought batteries now that he's been fiddling around with. A lot of 4, I think, and this is one of them. He likes buying batteries and stealing the cells out of them, the good ones, and you know, he's just getting rid of the parts he doesn't use. So this is a 2.5 amp battery. So basically the 2.5 amp batteries I got last that I had in the other video. Obviously he took them apart. He was kind enough to give me what he doesn't want, so it's kind of interesting. Nothing much on that side, but this has a little circuit board with the the terminals. Now, what I'm going to have to do is solder this circuit board off to get to the 4 terminals. This is going to be a test that I will do in the future, because I want to be able to use this and charge the batteries at the same time, but that may not be possible even with what I plan to do. So what I plan to do, I got one here, I got another one here, same thing. Well, this one has some screws in it. I wasn't going to take it apart anyway. Same exact battery. So have the terminals, have 4 wires coming off of here. Throw this on a charger. Actually, I bought this charger to steal this terminal, a set of 4 terminals off of it. I don't know if you can see this, but this is right. This is the one I talked about at the beginning of the video. The 110 watt. It actually says 210 watts on here, as well as the model number, CH2 or 2100. So I can get the terminals off of this and probably resolder it if this doesn't work, so I can actually use this. It might be some fiddling around with a circuit board connected to these terminals, but anyway, let's just say, no, that one's gonna fall apart. Okay, have this one, have all 4 terminals come out with some wires. The positive and negative obviously should be thicker. Slide this onto my rapid charger or whatever charger I have at the time, and then have these terminals exposed. Have those run in parallel to the wires coming off of that. Slide a good battery on here. So it doesn't really matter, but this is one of my good batteries, the 2.5 watt amp ones. Slide that on. Have wires parallel off of that, which are also parallel with the ones on the charger. And yes, it will fall apart. And have that parallel to these terminals as well. So what I can do, it may work. This thing may have a problem with that, given we're drawing, the generator's drawing power from the battery that's giving information. Good battery has, you know, a data terminal and a temperature sensor terminal that will send information to this. It may have a problem. If it does, then this won't work. But if it doesn't have a problem, then I could almost run indefinitely. This is the experiment I will be doing in the next video. So, whoops. Okay. Oh, maybe this will stay by itself if I just go slowly here. Yeah, okay. So 4 wires come off here, parallel with the terminals, with this connection. And it doesn't really have to be these, but these are really nice. Those are evenly spaced and they'll hook in there perfectly because they're designed to. So this terminal hooks into that, parallels off, and goes to 2 different things. This battery, which will connect to the generator, and this battery, which will connect to a charger. This other shell of a battery that has the terminals. So that's the experiment for next video. Cross our fingers, hopefully it works. Otherwise, I am going to figure out a way to get as many terminals, this would be female or male terminals. On the battery, it would be female terminals. So I can slide on some Ego batteries, run all that to a capacitor. Now the thing with capacitor is it doesn't really have its own voltage. It has whatever voltage you supply to it. So from a 56 volt battery, hopefully one with cells in it, it will have 56 or whatever the voltage of this battery is. So good thing about capacitors is you can usually combine everything into one and increase your storage capacity, acting like a battery. So it'd be like paralleling a car battery, kind of. Then I can have a way to supply 56 volts. As you can hear, my dog is upstairs whining, and they can hear me talking. Dogs do that. Anyway, where was I? Have a way to supply 56 volts or a full battery, Ego battery, tops at about 58.4 volts is what last time I checked, a full battery. So have 58 or about 60, it would be probably acceptable. Probably wouldn't burn anything out. Then have a 60 or so volt converter down to 12 volts, and then run whatever inverter I want. And the good thing about that is I could slide or wire in series 3 Ryobi 18 volt batteries, which top out at about 20.6 or so volts. I can series that'd be a little bit more than 60 volts, but that'd probably still work. I'll probably try to find a voltage converter that's more flexible, like 65 to 40 volts or whatever input, and then 12 volts out. Hopefully I can find a high amperage one online and make an Ego generator that I can run almost any battery on. So yeah, that's my contingency plan if this paralleling to make this work doesn't work. If it doesn't work, then that's my contingency plan. Now, not that it matters, but you know, I like holding the right battery. This is one of the 140 watts, isn't it? Yep. So I got 5 of these. No, it's this one, isn't it? 5 of these 112 watt 2 amp batteries online. Before I end this video, I want to tell you that the 3 that we did get working, we had to like jumpstart, or not exactly jumpstart, but kind of that idea. My dad built a little row of, I think they were 18650 cells. I think he put them all in parallel. Anyway, that doesn't matter. He built a 56 volt battery with those connectors. Yeah. Anyway, and then he took, I think it was 3 20 volt chargers and charged it up to 59, 60 volts. Anyway, what we had to do with the 3 that we got working was hook into the positive and the negative terminals and trickle charge them. The 3 20 volt batteries didn't have a high amperage output, so they were trickle charging it anyway, which is good for batteries, but that's what we had to do just to get them to charge. And that's so stupid. There should be like a trickle charge button mode on here. Then again, they don't want the cells starting on fire and whatnot. Lithium-ion technology is pretty dangerous, supposedly. So that's what we had to do to get that the 3 batteries to work, to charge. And I think I've charged them once or twice already, so they're working. The one works really well, of course. But yeah, so that's the plan for this video, and plans for the next video. Some good news, some bad news. You can actually run quite a bit with this, but might have to just build your own. My dad has the DeWalt 50 or 60 volt. Well, you need one 60 volt battery, but then 320 volt batteries. The DeWalt power station. Apparently, that one you can't charge and discharge at the same time. The batteries. I guess that's something hard to do or something. It's harder for the company that builds it to make it that way, I guess. So I'll give them that one. But all right, well, if you guys like this video, like it, please share, grow this channel, and subscribe, please. And maybe some of these ideas will inspire you, and maybe you can leave that in the comments. Maybe you can start your own YouTube video channel, and come up with some more crazy, awesome ideas. So hope you're having a good day, and see you later.